The moment you can make yourself different than everybody else, you're no longer a commodity. You're a category of one.
You invested a lot of time into your, basically like an email list before social media to build your brand. But when you were starting with just one location and maybe two locations, how were you getting clients in? How were you selling people on, I should train with Bedros instead of the guy next door?
Like, in other words, getting people into my gym.
Your gym, yeah.
To me, that was simple. And it's always been this way for me. It doesn't matter if it's Fuel Hunt Apparel or the software company that I've taken equity in or Truly Supplements. If I believe in a product and I'm completely bought in on that product, I believe I've got a duty and an obligation to climb to the mountaintops and scream and shout about it, right? And I believe every entrepreneur should be that way. I think too many entrepreneurs are too humble. I think they're too quiet about their product. And then I begin to wonder, do they not believe in their product like I believe in mine? And I have gone back to the drawing board. Like Truly Wellness Shot is we're about to do our third iteration of the Truly Wellness Shot. We keep making a good thing even better, right? I'm never satisfied with it. And then on my show, I tell the guys, I'm like, hey guys, I know it's too spicy right now. We went a little too heavy on the second version with the cayenne pepper. I get it. We hear you loud and clear. We've reformulated. And here's what we're doing. We're adding more sodium, potassium, magnesium to increase hydration and to bring down the spice from the cayenne pepper. I'm very transparent. I've always been this way. When I had my gyms, I knew that, because Jim Franco taught me, he goes, if you really believe in your product, you've got to offer a conditional guarantee. I had never heard of offering guarantees. Like you would see one on like an infomercial, like, hey, if you don't like the Ginsu knife, send it back and we'll give you your money back. Yeah. But that's like they're selling Ginsu knives on an infomercial. And I said, Jim, what do you mean offer a guarantee? Like if I train someone 10 or 15 times or my trainers train someone 10 or 15 times, and then that person's like, hey, I want a refund now. He's like, that's not how people are. He goes, anyone that's going to pay $400, $500, $600 a month for one-on-one personal training, if you're giving them the results like you've given me, they're building muscle, burning fat. You guys are doing a monthly fitness evaluation, which we do. We body fat tested every single person. We weighed them, and then we took circumference measurements, 5 different areas of their body, and then we sat down with them. That was like a mandatory thing. I always believed in, because, you know, this, you work out, your composition might change, but your weight may not change. Right. So if you're like, well, I'm not getting results, my weight is the same as it was last month, so give me a refund. Yeah. But if I can show that your body fat percentage went down, the scale didn't move, but you have
muscle
more muscle.
Weighs more than fat.
Bingo.
Right.
We've increased muscle, we've increased bone density, your circumferences, your waist is smaller, shoulders are wider. Hey, guess what, Corey? We're on the right track. Maybe next month we actually lose a few pounds as well, right? And so I offered a conditional guarantee. And because of that, I realized what Jim Franco was explaining to me, which was make yourself different than everybody else. And he said, the moment you can make yourself different than everybody else, you're no longer a commodity. You're a category of one. And he kept telling me that he was a category of one in the automotive industry. He grew it to a multi-million dollar company. So he said, offer a conditional guarantee. And I did the same thing. Do the fitness, like track your foods the way we ask you to, show up to all the workouts, and after 60 days, if you're not getting the results that you anticipated that we talked about on day one when you signed up, I'll give you 100% of your money back and buy you a membership at your favorite gym, right? That created a category of one throughout all of San Diego. And that was in San Diego. That is a competitive market space. Totally. With my 5 locations, all of them had a conditional guarantee. In other words, you do these conditions, and if you don't get the results that you expected in the next 60 days, I'll give you your money back and I'll buy you a membership to your favorite gym. In all the years that I ran Premier Results, only 2 people asked for a refund, and we gladly gave them their refund, right? And that was that. And we always marketed in magazine ads, postcards, because remember, this is pre-social media. Yeah. So I'm running magazine ads, postcards to direct mailing it to homes, and then we're running lead boxes in restaurants and supercuts, like haircut, right? Like a lead box that says, win 1 free week of personal training, enter your name, email, phone number, and let us know if you want to burn fat or build muscle. The other thing that we did that no one else did is we turned our clients into evangelical prospecting machines. I love that. So let's say we got Corey to lose 20 pounds of fat over the next 90 days, and arms are jacked and shoulders jacked, and he's like, man, I feel good. On day 1, when Corey signed up, I not only told him about that guarantee, but I also created a condition of doing business. And this is something that people need to do today. I don't care if you have a plumbing business, an HVAC business, fitness business, nutrition business, whatever business. Corey, if I can help you achieve the results that you're looking for, can I count on you to help me achieve the results that I'm looking for in my business, which is to help more people here in Chino Hills achieve fitness and fat loss goals? So now we created a condition of business, right? Of doing business. So we shake hands, you go, yes, you help me lose the fat and build muscle. I will help you by referring people to you. So then 90 days go by, I show your fitness eval. We've done all the fitness evals. Your clothes are fitting differently. You're happy with your naked body in the mirror. I go, hey, Corey, remember when I said, could you help me fulfill my goals, which are to tell your friends, family, coworkers? And they said, yes. And Corey says, yes. How can I help you? Instead of just saying, tell your friends about me, because you might go tell 20 coworkers.
Right.
I don't know if they're going to reach out to me. I would say, can you tell 3 of your friends about me, and then do a text introduction and offer them 2 free personal training sessions on you, right? Not like you're going to pay for it, but it's a gift from Corey to one of your personal friends. So when you do a text introduction, hey, Bedros, meet Ed. He's a coworker of mine. I told him about the results. He'd love to take you up on 2 free personal training sessions. Hey, thank you, Corey. I'll take the conversation from here. Ed, good to meet you. You know, Corey's a good client. Happy to give you 2 free personal training sessions. Hey guys, quick interruption to the Bedros Keuilian Show. I took some time to go to the local juice stores here in town, and I bought all these different ginger, turmeric, and wellness shots. Now, they range anywhere from $3.69 all the way to $4.05. And to be honest with you, they all suck. Why? Because they do not have anywhere near the wonderful ingredients of the Truline Wellness Shot. First of all, to build your immune system and keep your immune system strong, Truline Wellness Shot is packed with vitamin C, vitamin D, and zinc. And also to help you fight off inflammation, it is packed with turmeric, ginger, and black pepper. And to keep you hydrated, Truline Wellness Shots have sodium, potassium, and magnesium. This is the ultimate morning supplement. Just take 1 packet, pour it in 4 ounces of water, and shoot it, and you're good to go. Best of all, $1.69 per packet instead of twice the price of those other inferior ones. I want you to get 50% off your first 30-day supply. So go to Truline.com, use my name Bedros, and you can get 50% off plus free shipping, a 30-day money-back guarantee, and $1 gets donated to Shriners Children's Hospital. Best of all, if you like the Truline Wellness Shots, and I know you will, like thousands of other people who are part of the Truline tribe, every month we'll send you a new supply at 20% off, free shipping. So go to Truline.com, use my name Bedros, and get your 50% discount code before it goes away. Back to the show. So magazine ads, postcards, and lead boxes got our first initial flood of clients. Referrals became our #1 source of new clients because we conditioned our clients to become evangelical about us, right? And that part is very important, which goes back to, again, if I didn't deliver the results to Corey, he'd be like, sorry, man, you didn't meet the conditions of doing business, right? Yep. So I have to meet the expectation first. Same thing applies today, except instead of postcards, which by the way, postcards still work. People go, well, I don't know if postcards work, magazines work. I'm like, do you get junk mail at home? They go, yeah. I go, that's because it still works. Fast forward to 2025, what do we do today? Well, if I'm opening up a brick and mortar gym or restaurant or anything today, I'm going to talk about the results that my clients get. So going back to the same thing, I'm going to showcase Corey's results. And I have a format called Star Story Solution, right? So I might say, hey, meet Corey. This is his before picture. This is his after picture after 90 days. In this, he's lost 32 pounds. He's lost 8% body fat and put on 6 pounds of muscle, right? And so meet Corey. This is who he is. This is what results he's gotten. That's a star. The story, Corey is about to be a new dad. He's a online marketer and podcaster and coach, right? And so story, what is this? And the story was he's busy. He didn't have time to work out and eat right. And he was stress eating, emotional eating until he got the accountability and support from us where we can give him the macros that he needs, train him 2 to 3 days a week and get him the results. So Star Story Solution. And today, Corey has a regimented nutrition program, knows when he's emotionally triggered and not to emotionally eat, knows that we're going to be waiting for him to train him, etc. So if you want like results like Corey, please reach out to us for 1 free personal training session. But if we just post a meet Corey before and after picture and then reach out to me to work out with me, that's not going to work. Social media is a social platform. So people want to know, who's Corey? What's his story? How many times has he tried? Has he tried the cabbage soup diet and it's failed him, right? Has he thought about lap band? Is he now considering getting those injections, those Ozempic injections and So if you have, I'm going to tell that whole story, right? So when a new client comes in, you have to go, hey, again, the condition of doing business. Welcome aboard. As I get your results, can I count on you helping me grow my business by helping more people in the community? Yes. Oh, by the way, can we get a before picture picture of you so that we can also get an after picture in 90 days and share your success with people. Is that okay? Corey's going to say yes. So snap, we take the before picture. See, everything is systematized. This is what a franchise is. So how did I grow my franchise? I created the systems that people don't want to create for themselves. And then I sell them the systems and make them part of my franchise model. And systems save yourself time, effort, and money. If you break down the word system, it breaks down to that acronym. System, save yourself time, effort, and money. And so I create systems and people buy the system. Subway, McDonald's, Jiffy Lube, 7-Eleven create systems for people and a brand that's recognizable. And they go, okay, I associate results with that brand. I associate food with that brand. I associate convenience with that brand. And so one of the systems is the Star Story solution model, right? The template that we've created, and you interview that client, and now someone's like, oh man, I'm like Corey. I'm about to be a new dad. I can relate to that. And the next Star Story solution is Lori and Susan and Mike and whoever. And someone is eventually going to resonate with that story. And what the algorithms do, they do what they do best, which is find more people like the Coreys, the Loris, the Mikes, Susans, right? And bring them to your social media and go, look. So in addition to, all you have to do on social media is demonstration of proof, which is a Star Story solution, transformation pictures, and then how-tos. And so the next post I might put up is, here's how Corey lost 32 pounds, right? We focused on his macros. He likes carbs. Most people have low willpower at night, so we put carbs at the end. So he was carb cycling, no carbs during the day, carb cycling. If you're into carbs and you're like, oh my God, I want to eat ice cream at night, you actually could, but you got to deplete your carbs during the day, right? So by giving the people how-tos, they feel indebted to you. That's a very important, Robert Cialdini's book, Influence.
Yeah, I was thinking about reciprocity.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right? One of the 6 weapons of influence is reciprocity. And he talks about if you tell people what to do, you give them the how-tos, and then you show them that you've done it with actual clients, because, well, once I tell you what to do and go, hey, we can help you do this, human nature is to go, I doubt it. So if the next post I show you is, hey, here's Corey and he's done it,
right.
It's like, wow, okay. He told me what to do. I was skeptical. He showed me actual demonstration of proof. Doggone it, I'm going to go work with these people.
You also do some coaching for entrepreneurs in general, right? How do you help all these other entrepreneurs that you coach create these systems and processes?
So I'll tell you about Nick, Doug, and Jim Sansone. They're out of St. Louis, Missouri. Nick is 47 years old. Doug, oh God, Doug, don't kill me. I think Doug is 2 years older than me. He's 52. And then Jim is the older brother. He's about to turn 60. They run Dad's real estate development company. Dad Senior has passed away, long passed away. Nick hired me as a business coach for them, right? They do real estate development in 3 different sectors: commercial, residential, industrial. Dude, they make refrigerators that semi-trucks can drive into, right? So 3 different areas, 3 different 3 brothers running each of the sectors, right? You can imagine each of them have different personalities. They're very driven dudes. Real estate, nothing to do with personal training.
Right.
They went from the 9th to now the 5th largest real estate development company in the country. And their goal is to become the number 1. They're on their 3rd year of coaching with me. And so does this work in real estate development as well, with an organization that moves slow and has over 300 employees in-house in St. Louis? Yes. And then I'll tell you about Dr. Gabrielle Lyon. And if people don't follow Dr. Gabrielle Lyon, they should read her book. They should listen to her podcast. But her whole belief system is that muscle is the longevity organ. Right? Like she looks at muscle as an organ. It's the longevity organ. The more muscle you have, the longer you're going to live.
Right.
And so she sells her book, runs her podcast, and runs a concierge medical service in health optimization, everything from sleep optimization, hormone optimization. She started off as my doctor, later became my coaching client, because she's like, hey, I'm writing a book. I want to make my book a New York Times bestseller. How do I do it? There's a process to everything. Again, remember, I love systems. I can deconstruct a system. So we created the process, and people who know of Dr. Gabrielle Lyon know that about 1.5 years ago, you were seeing her on everyone's podcast. You saw her on my podcast, on Ed Milet's podcast, Lewis House podcast, Andy Frisella's podcast. And that's because that is a orchestrated book launch that we did, right? There's a process to everything. Made her a New York Times bestseller for multiple years, or multiple weeks, I'm sorry. And so She's a doctor, man. And as she started to get more patients reaching out to her, and she charges $8,000 for 12 weeks of concierge service. You go to your local place, you do a blood draw, she gets the results. Okay, now, you have high mercury. We need to work on that. Looks like your thyroid is within range, but it's on the low end of range. If we increase this, Corey, and put you on the high end of the range, you're actually going to be more optimized. She goes, hey, B, what do I do next? Like, I'm full of patients. I go, well, can we find some other doctors who can work under you, because they've left the medical industry since 2020, right? Because of the pandemic. So now she's got other doctors and also PAs, physician assistants, who work under her. She is the face and the brand of her business, and then she funnels them. So now if you want to work with Dr. Gabrielle specifically, it's $12,000 for those, whatever it was, 8 or 12 weeks. If you want to work with one of her PAs, same level of service, same level of care, it's only $8,000. So we created a price differentiation, price elasticity, so that we want to actually repel people from working with her. Right?
Give her more time.
Exactly. Right. Because that is a commodity that she needs most now, not money, because we've added so much money to her bank account.
Yeah.
And so, and this is just 2 of my 42 domination coaching clients. And at any given time, I have about 40 to 45 domination year coaching clients. Actually, probably 3 of them are maybe like gym chain owners. Another one, Jonathan Marquise, truck driving school. Right?
Oh,
I mean, those semi-truck drivers have to learn how to drive a semi-truck somewhere.
Yeah.
Right? To be able to, they need to understand the road rules that are very different than yours and mine when we're driving our cars. He franchised a truck driving school. His dad had a truck driving school in Tampa, Florida for 30 years. Son takes over and he's like, Dad, we can scale this across the country. Dad's like, no, we can't. This is how we make our money. We make good money. It makes us about $500,000 a year.
Yeah.
Well, within 1 year, he got 17 locations across the country franchised, a truck driving school, right?
Yeah.
That takes buying a 3-acre property that's fenced in, 2 different types of trucks. And I have to learn about every industry, and I'm a very quick learner. So all of a sudden, I'm learning about real estate development and big buildings you can drive a semi-truck in. I'm learning about truck driving schools and who their competition is and how we can differentiate. I'm learning from Dr. Gabrielle who her competition is in terms of concierge medical services and how I can differentiate her and create a category of 1 for her.
Yeah.
And then I go, here's what we're going to do. And I open up my network and create the opportunities and to position them however they need to be positioned. So whether someone's got a pizzeria or they've got a real estate development business or they're into real estate investing themselves, Tony Steffen, one of my coaching clients who is a young man who's doing real estate investment, I taught him how to build a syndicate, which is using other people's money to buy real estate. And today he runs real estate syndication. And he's 36 years old. I just ran his half-day coaching session with him. His net worth now is over $12 million.
Wow.
Like,
congrats.
Yeah. Like for a young man, right? And he's got over 245 doors, as in apartments and homes for rent. In Michigan, just outside of Detroit, right? It's not like, Miami or California. So all this to say that any business can be systematized and scaled. It's always limited by the entrepreneur who believes that they're a unique snowflake and I'm different and my industry is different. You're not.